Hi everyone, it's another beautiful day. Thank you for, staying with us. Thank you for the new subscribers. We got 64 new subscribers. We appreciate you guys.
No, that's amazing. Thank you, guys. That's a massive feat.
Yeah,
Moving from 52 to 64.
64.
The number of views that we got on the last
What
episode was
incredible.
was incredible. Was massive.
Yes, was a
And those are the little wins that we need to celebrate. That's growth.
Sure, big growth, big growth. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
We appreciate. So today we're talking about something we just thought of randomly, and it's basically how in terms of upkeep or probably paying of the bills, who do you think, what do you think it should be like? Should it be 50-50, 100 to one person, or kind of like find a balance, or should you also give room to comparisons in the house, because of different things happen in different homes? So what do you think?
That's an amazing topic, and I think this cuts across every family, and I like being spontaneous with when I come to this set, when I come to record with my wife, but my perspective is different, just to build a bit of context into this as well, and looking at my upbringing, I grew up in an environment that says that as a man, you're supposed to provide, you're supposed to protect. So logically, you think a man should deliver 100% of the financial responsibility. But in my case right now, that's beginning to change, probably due to the culture that I'm exposed to here and the environment that I'm currently in. My position right now is it all works differently in different households, and to be very, very honest, 50-50 doesn't just belongs to a financial responsibility. It should cut across every department within the house, the domestic affairs, whatever, so if you're saying 50-50, not just financial responsibility, how do we intend to take care of the home, the domestic chores that happens in the house is split and all whatnot. But the current economy that we find ourselves, yes, most of even the finances that you have access that you want to have access to, they look at your combined income, as a family. So they also understand that for you to successfully run a house in this economy, it makes sense if yourself and your spouse are contributing financially. But you can now decide if it's 90-10, 80-20, 70-30, but it shouldn't be a gender thing. What do you think?
I completely agree with you. I think, first of all, like you said from start, I think it's just for us being an African, and the way it used to be from probably our forefathers, as being the man is in charge of kind of like providing everything financially, then the woman stays back at home, you have to take care of the kids, do every other responsibilities. I think back then, I think only a few women had access to school, and a lot of things have changed over the years. Maybe, of course, from our upbringing, for me, the kind of home I grew up in, it wasn't just one person doing in terms of finances. It was kind of like a mixture of both of them, and I think I kind of like picked that from start. So it wasn't just everything on my dad. My mom was working. She went to school, so both of them had to work hard. And I think also from being a firstborn.
So what's the ratio?
I don't think they actually
had 80-20, 70-30, 50-50.
I think it basically depends on who was at that time.
Okay.
They have
Makes
three
sense.
of us.
Makes
So
sense.
it basically depends on, there was no particular ratio of my dad has to do all of this. Even in terms of building the house, I would say it kind of like building our house then, growing up first. It might probably have majority, but I don't know. I know my mom had, and I think it basically depends on who has so much, who has a lot at that moment, comes up with the money and for us, it's just to live life. So there was nothing like, hey, you have to supply. I mean, bring 50% or bring 50% here. And I think that's the same thing as work for us. I don't think. Yes, I agree that before you, because I'm looking at that look like, what are you saying? Yes, I know you pay more, but of course it's not been like we had a certain percentage that works for us.
No, exactly. No,
We've actually not had a certain percentage that works for us. So, and I think from the point of being a firstborn and someone that likes the Miss Independent part, I've always been, I don't think we should put everything on one person. It depends on how it works. If I earn more or I'm capable.
No, that's a good point, sweet. No, okay. Let's even talk. Let's talk to let's look at it from that perspective. What happens if your wife earns more? Ideally, there's this perception that says, as a man, you're responsible for
most of the bills, the rent.
Yeah, the rent, provision, protection, shelter, food, and all those stuff. But what happens if your wife earns more than you? Does that make you less than the money she's doing?
No, of course it doesn't
more?
make you. That's why we talked. That's why you had mentioned in terms of responsibilities, irrespective of whether it's the bill, the house chores, or whatever. Especially when you live in the Western world, like where we are, you don't have access to those. Help, which is way cheaper back home to have to do the house chores. As long as there's this understanding between us. See, I don't want to be killed by having to clean the house, take care of the kids, take them to school, still want to contribute to as long as we're able to manage that, irrespective of who is earning. I think we should. It doesn't make anyone less of who you are. It doesn't even reduce the fact that you're the one probably waking up as a man, cleaning the house, waking up the kids, taking care of them, while your wife is. It doesn't make you less of a man. Mine is. Just find that balance, find that point, and be able to do it. But that a particular responsibility is on a certain gender, I think we should wake up from that. I know that the Bible says that, a man is the head of his home, but it didn't say we should kill the man with the bills.
No, that's true. I think that that is it. Belief or orientation needs to change, and I grew up with that mindset to say, as a man, you need to pay. I just had that perception. It was just instilled in me with the community or the environment that I grew up in, as a man. Or Korean, man don't cry. Apparently, I spoke everybody there, But I like to just, speak in English so everybody can relate to what I'm saying. There are little things like, men shouldn't cry. You need to take all the responsibility. You pay the house, even if you need support, and from these are things that we need to abolish. I know in the Bible, yes, you're the head of, as a man, you're responsible for, you're the head of the house. But if you have a wife that earns more than you and she's willing to support, it doesn't change your role. Right. I think the most important thing is communication and understanding with your spouse. There are different situations, there are different stories that we've heard, about issues that happen within households and we all understand, we all have this financial pressure, and at times it takes its toll on the relationship.
I would say that looking at when a woman probably earns more, and so it's brought kind of like a lot of comparison. Some people get to look down on their spouse to say, this other person's spouse does this, you're not even up to, kind of like you're not doing as much as the man should be. It brings, people can tend to compare their own home with others. What do you think in terms of comparison? For me, I'd say every man has his or our own race. We shouldn't compare. We shouldn't. As much as I admire that someone is succeeding in one area, someone's spouse is this, or even someone we had gone to school together is kind of like breaking glass ceiling everywhere. As long as I'm putting in that much effort, I don't think. Yes, we are humans after all. At times you want to kind of like have that, but you need to have that balance. Draw a line where you should, where you know that you are kind of like breaking in, and you think, oh yeah, I think I need to stop it down here. Yeah, we're all different.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And the truth is, to be very, very honest, we all tend to compare ourselves with others. We want to measure ourselves against other people's successes. But the truth is, this is where having emotional intelligence comes to play.
Yeah, sure.
And that's where you need to have self-control, self-awareness, and emotional control. The truth is, we all have different races. We are all running different race, we all have peculiarities within our household, within our own environment, factors that contribute to whatever issues that you are going through. But the truth is, comparison is the biggest joy killer in many people's lives. So when you compare yourself with others too much, you don't even see the little progress that you're making.
Yeah, sure.
You're always saying, this guy is doing this guy, this person, we went to school together, look at where he is now, this person, look at what. No, it's a joy killer. Focus on your own race. Yes, I'm not saying you can, even when you can do a constructive comparison to say, how did you achieve this? You want to learn. That comes from a positive mindset, positive place, and that is very, very key. As individuals, we need to consciously tackle that need to compare yourself or measure yourself with other people's success. Focus on yourself. Am I better than what I was last year? Same time, same period last year. Am I in the same spot? How do I improve that? The focus should be on you and not focusing on other people, because when you focus on other people that are doing good, it kills your own joy. You don't see the little things that you've improved within, little things that you've achieved, within your household or yourself or whatever applies to you.
So, I kind of think we're saying it's whatever works for you is fine in terms of, sharing responsibility.
Now, I just want to put this on record. Going forward, we're doing 50-50. 50-50.
So what about
across all departments, right? But guys, what do you think?
Please, I like
in the comment section, let's talk about how you intend, to not just financial responsibility, to run your household. Do you think it's 50-50? With respect to comparison, how do you intend to tackle it? What do you think you can do to cope? The truth is, it's a natural phenomenon. We all compare ourselves with our peers, with people who aspire to be or target. We have a target we want to achieve, and we'll try to compare ourselves and see where are we. But he needs to be constructive. You need to have the right emotional intelligence to deal with it. Anything else?
Yeah, so I'd like to say thank you very much, everyone. And if there's any other topic you would like us to talk about, you could please drop it in the comment section. I would also want to say, please like, share, retweet, and subscribe, and invite your friends to also.
Makes sense. I'm honestly so excited because rent is around the corner.
It's only 2 days away.
We go do 50-50. We can't come on this camera and talk about 50-50.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Cheers, guys. Bye.